Okay, Aries, let's see what is in store for you this month. Now, I am going to be using asterisks to represent the various planets until I can figure out how to get my planetary symbols on this chart. I'll be using the asterisks to represent the planets that I'm talking about. So, on the 31st, we have a trine. We have Mars in a trine to Neptune. And so for Aries rising, this is going to be a great day to entertain at home. Why? Because we have Mars in the area of your life that deals with home and family. And then Neptune is sitting over there in the area of your life that can deal with behind the scenes, what you do behind the scenes. So this is really going to be a great time for Aries rising people to do things at home. Okay, so that is on May 31st. Now let's move on to the 3rd, because on the 3rd we have the sun in a trine to Saturn. So let's move the sun over here to Gemini because the sun is going to be in Gemini and Saturn is going to be in Aquarius. So we have another trine. So we have the sun in the area of your life dealing with communications, local travel, and then we have Saturn in the area of your life dealing with friends. So when the sun is in a trine to Saturn, this is a time where you will find yourself coming up with some rational ideas. So related to what's going on in your chart, you and your friends might find a way to network and come up with new ideas to network around this time. That is on the 3rd. Now, also on the 3rd, we have Venus in Cancer. So let's move the asterisk over here to Cancer. And then we have Jupiter in Pisces. So we have another trine. So again, on the 3rd, this is going to be a great time to do things at home. Even if you're dating, this is a great time to maybe cook dinner and invite your date over to your house. Okay, so when the sun is in a trine to when Venus is in a trine to Jupiter, Venus, the planet of love, is in a trine to the planet that wants to expand, and Jupiter is in the area of your life that deals with behind the scenes. So Jupiter is letting you know, hey, I will expand everything for you that you want to do behind the scenes. And Venus is saying, I will bring love into your family. So you put those two together in a trine, and you have a great day for a date, for a romantic encounter. However, try to stay at home. Try to stay out of the public eye around this time. Now, let's move on to the 5th. On the 5th, we have Mercury in a square to Neptune. So let's move Mercury in Gemini. Mercury is over here, and then Neptune is in Pisces. So this is a day where Mercury is in your communications area, and Neptune is in your area, which deals with behind the scenes, what you do behind the scenes. It can also deal with your spirituality as well. And they are going to be in a trine. So around this time, you might have a challenge between what you're thinking and what you are doing behind the scenes. And it can be a case where you want to explore your spirituality, but there's a challenge in how you communicate that to the people around you. Okay, so that is on the 5th. Now, also on the 5th, we have an opposition. We have Mars in an opposition to Pluto. So Mars is in Cancer. So let's move the green asterisk over here. The green asterisk is representing Mars. And then we have the opposition of Pluto. So the blue asterisk is representing Pluto. So we have Mars in an opposition to Pluto. This represents an uphill battle. That is the energy of when Mars is in opposition to Pluto. It represents an uphill battle. So every sign is going to have an uphill battle. They're going to have something to deal with wherever these two planets are around the 5th of June. Okay, so for you, Aries rising, you have Mars in the area of your life dealing with home, and then you have Pluto in the area of your life that deals with your public image or your career. So it could be a case where you are spending so much time at work that your family is feeling resentful, Or it could be vice versa. You could be spending so much time at home and your job is feeling like, you know what, when are you coming back to work? Okay, so just watch out for that around the 5th. Now, the week of June 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini that is happening on the 10th. And we also have the sun in a conjunction to Mercury. And this is happening in Gemini. So let's move these asterisks over here to Gemini. And you see you have the sun and a conjunction to Mercury. And whenever we have the sun in a conjunction to the moon, we have the new moon. So we also have the new moon in Gemini on the 10th. So this is going to be a time for a lot of Aries rising that you have a wake-up call about how you've been communicating with others. So this new moon is going to be a solar eclipse. So you might decide to do away with some belief system you have or some form of communication that you've been involved in. You might decide to do away with it. It could have something to do with maybe some technology. Maybe you're doing away with old technology, bringing in some new technology. But the new moon is a perfect time for you to set new intentions related to the third house matters. The third house deals with communications. It deals with your interaction with your close neighbors and siblings. It can also deal with short distance travel as well. So this new moon is going to act as a wake-up call for a lot of people. And this is the perfect new moon to get clean. If you have any addictions, this is the perfect new moon to get clean. Okay, because the sun will be in a conjunction to Mercury as well. And not only that, the sun, the new moon, and Mercury are going to be in a square to Neptune. Neptune is a planet that can show us where we have addictions. So that is why I say this is a perfect new moon to set your intentions to get over any addictions you might have. Okay, so that is on the 10th. Now, on the 11th, we have Mars moving into Leo. Okay, we have Mars moving into Leo. So Mars is moving into your area that deals with creativity, romance, and kids. So a lot of Aries rising people will see an increase in the amount of romance in their lives once Mars moves into Leo. Okay, so that is on the 11th. And a lot of air signs and fire signs are so happy that Mars is moving into Leo because Mars has been in Cancer. Mars really doesn't like to be in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. And, so a lot of people might have been having a very emotional time while Mars was in Cancer. So let's move on to the next week. The next week is June 13th, the week of June 13th. Let's see what's going on. So we have Venus in Cancer. So let's move the green asterisk over to Cancer. We have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. Let's move the blue asterisk over to Taurus. So Venus is in a sextile to Uranus. So for you, Aries rising, Venus is in your home and family area, and then Uranus is in your area dealing with money. So this is a perfect time for you to spend some money on your home. Okay, it could be something you want to purchase to beautify your home. It could be a new picture. It could be maybe installing a new garden. Whatever it is, this is a perfect time for you to spend money on beautifying your home. Okay. Now, also on the 13th, we have a square. We have the sun in Gemini. So let's move this asterisk over here to Gemini. We have the sun in Gemini in a square to Neptune in Pisces. So the blue asterisk is representing Neptune and the green asterisk is representing the sun. So this is going to be a time where you kind of give yourself a wake-up call about how you're communicating about what you do behind the scenes. It could be a case where you just tell someone, you know what I do behind the scenes is my business and it's none of your business. It could be a case similar to that because when the sun is in a square to Neptune, It is a time where you stop fantasizing and you take care of business. Okay. So if there's some things that you need to communicate about where you're traveling or how you're communicating about your spirituality, this is the time to communicate those things. Now, let's move on to the 14th because we have another square. We have Saturn in a square to Uranus. Saturn is in Aquarius, so let's move the first asterisk to Aquarius. And then we have Saturn in a square to Uranus. Uranus is over here in Taurus. So they are in a square. Now, when Saturn is in a square to Uranus, this is an energy where the old will challenge the new. Okay, Saturn represents the old, Uranus represents the new. So for you, Saturn is in your area of life that deals with networking, that deals with friends. And then Uranus for you is in the area of your life that deals with money. So you might have a challenge or you might have tensions that arise related to how you want to spend your money. Saturn wants you to spend your money in one way, or you might have your friends telling you that you should do something with your money. But on the other hand, you're looking at your finances and feeling like, you know what, I want to do something different. It could be a case where, you have been in a certain organization and you've been donating to them. And this year you might feel like, you know what, I want to do something different. That's where Uranus comes in. Uranus brings in something different that you want to do. Okay. And then by Saturn being in the area of your life, dealing with your friends or your network of people will try to dissuade you from doing something that you want to do with your money. So just watch out for that around the 14th. Now, let's move on to the week of the 20th because we have a lot of planetary movements going on the week of the 20th. We have the sun moving into Cancer, so we can tell all of our Cancer friends happy birthday as of the 20th. We have Jupiter going retrograde on the same day, and the 20th is also the summer solstice. Okay, so that is on the 20th. Now, on the 22nd, we have Mercury going direct in Gemini. So remember, Mercury has been retrograde. So by June 22nd, Mercury will be direct. Now, on the 23rd, we have a great trine. We have the sun in Cancer. So let's move the first asterisk over here to Cancer. We have the sun in Cancer, and it will be in a trine to Jupiter in Pisces. So the blue asterisk represents Jupiter, and the green asterisk represents the sun. This is going to be a day of optimism, a day of joy, because when the sun is in a trine to Jupiter, that's the energy. It is an energy of optimism. It is an energy of joy. So related to your home, your family life, your spirituality, what you're doing behind the scenes, it's going to be a feeling of optimism, a feeling of joy. You're going to enjoy your spirituality. You're going to enjoy what you're doing behind the scenes. Okay, that's on the 23rd. Now we have the full moon in Capricorn on the 24th. So for Aries rising, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your public image, the area that deals with your career. So you might see a culmination of something, and it could have something to do with your public image. It could have something to do with your career, but you should see a culmination of something that you've been working on related to your public image or related to your career at the full moon on the 24th. Now, on the 25th, we have Neptune going retrograde, and we see Neptune is in the area of your life dealing with spirituality. So Neptune is going retrograde. Let's move on to the week of June 27th. So the week of June 27th, we have Venus moving into Leo. So Venus is joining Mars over here in Leo. Let's say this is Venus and Mars over here in Leo around the 27th. So Venus moves into Leo on the 27th. Now, On July 1st, we have an opposition. We have Mars in Leo in an opposition to Saturn in Aquarius. So let's move the blue asterisk over here to represent Saturn. So we have Mars in Leo. Mars is represented by the green asterisk. And then we have Saturn in Aquarius, and they are in an opposition. So the energy of Saturn being in an opposition to Mars, this is an energy where Mars will feel inhibited by Saturn, okay? Because remember, Saturn is a taskmaster. Saturn wants to do everything by the book, okay? So for you, Mars is in the area of your life dealing with your creativity, dealing with romance, dealing with kids. And Saturn is in the area of your life dealing with friends, dealing with networking, and they are butting heads, okay? So you could have some hidden resentment. You might have friends who want to do things with you, but meanwhile you want to go out on a date or you want to spend time with your partner. So there's going to be some type of opposition. It's going to be like a tug of war between your friends and your romance, or between how you network and your creativity. There's going to be a butting of heads there. Okay, so just watch out for that around the 1st, July 1st. Now, on the 3rd, there is a square between Mars and Uranus. So Mars is represented by the green asterisk. And let's move the blue asterisk over here to Uranus. So there is going to be a square between your romance and your finances, or maybe you want to go out and buy some art supplies, but you might find that, oh, hey, I don't have enough money to purchase everything I need to purchase to do this art project. Something like that could come up for Aries rising around the 3rd, okay? Because Mars is the planet that deals with getting things done. Uranus is the planet that deals with surprise. So there's going to be a surprise surrounding what you're trying to get done, okay? And it has something to do with money. So this says that you might want to take someone out on a date, Mars, and you might find that you don't have enough money. Uranus is a surprise. So Uranus is bringing the surprise, Mars is bringing the action that you're trying to take, and Uranus is bringing the challenge to the action that you're trying to take around that time. So that's everything I have for Aries rising this month. Now, this is based on Aries rising. If you don't know your rising sign, if you don't know what time you were born, you can very well use this reading as your sun sign reading. And also check out your moon sign as well. So check out your moon sign, your sun sign, and this is your rising sign chart. So check out the other videos that I'm creating to get a full view of what you can expect in June. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, share out the channel, and I'll see you back next month.